Should be live. Welcome to the Steel Studio.
Hey, Mike, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I kind of rushed in here, got some coffee. We've both been working hard on the Steelers, so we needed some coffee, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's been crazy. I hope our audio is working. I already messed that up a little bit. Okay. It is working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is season 2. We got some new equipment. We got a lot of changes, so hopefully this will work out.
Yeah.
This show's ours. This is your show, too. Chime in if you want. Everybody's always welcome on our show, man. We're Steeler fans, just like you. We just happen to be father-son, and we love the Steelers. And we're usually right, too. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny, all these professionals and everything, all these predictions last year and for this year and everything, and I think we've hit the nail on the head with a lot of stuff.
I'll tell you what, these other podcasts, not naming names, but do not jump on the damn bandwagon if we're in the Super Bowl.
That's right.
Because they're saying we're not even going to make the playoffs.
Well, they were saying that all last year, too. They were so worried about, how are we going to end, or how are we going to deal with all this cap
last year was
situation?
So different with COVID, and I hope that don't happen again. I don't think it'll happen to that extreme.
No.
That changed everything, man. We've already had an off season. We didn't have that last year. That's
right.
going to make a big difference.
Right.
And like we talked about before, Ben's coming off a year removed from that surgery.
I think he's going to be great, actually. I think he's going to be way better than last year. And he didn't even play poorly last year. Everyone says he played poorly last year, but 33 TDs, 10 INTs, that's not a bad year.
Yeah.
So
over here. I'm looking the wrong way.
That's okay. I mean, you can look whatever way you want.
Anyway, some exciting news. We got a new player on the team.
That's right.
No one expected this.
Welcome, Schobert.
Welcome, Schobert.
Yeah, he's the man.
Schobert.
Yeah, he's the man.
They were like,
he's the man.
You walk in, you're like, man, I'm gonna have some ice cream, but there's some Schobert.
It's Sherbert. Jesus. No, he's the man. And again, the same podcast. I've been a little down on him, comparing him to Ferrier and stuff.
Come on.
But his statistics, man, he stands out. I mean, especially, for as many tackles as he has, when he's in pass coverage all the time, shows that he gets to the ball.
I have an email about that. We'll read later.
Okay.
But, I'm excited, man. This front seven is a Steeler front seven.
It really is.
I mean, you're going to see a different team. You're going to see a team that we had back in 2008, I believe. You run the damn football, and you have a ferocious defense.
I'll take it. That's the last time we won the Super Bowl, so I'll take it.
Yeah, and the last time we won the Super Bowl, every time we won the Super Bowl, guess what we had? Bet you didn't know this.
Running game. A first round
running back.
Running back.
How
Yep.
ironic is that? How ironic would that be?
Yep.
And
Now,
you know,
I will say in 2008 we won the Super Bowl with Rashard Mendenhall was our first round,
Right,
but he was injured,
still a
wasn't he?
stat.
But it's still a stat.
thank God he was injured. He might have fumbled in that game like he did the other one.
So I was gonna say for Schobert, he comes right in. He's starting on Saturday. We know obviously already, which is
Right.
fast, and that's the Lions game. Who's the third down linebacker going to be? You think Kim or Bush?
I think they're just gonna. It'll depend on the matchups. I think it's gonna be.
That's smart.
Yeah, I don't.
Hybrid.
I think they will play them both on the field more than they would have in the past.
Yeah, I feel we've got some. We went from like no depth in that and outside linebacker to some serious depth with just picking up him and Ingram, and now we can rotate like crazy.
Ingram looks like a beast.
Yeah, he may
When
start.
I see him
I've heard he
out in
may
camp
start
and
over
I've heard
Highsmith.
Red, I'm excited, man. And
Yeah.
Juan hasn't even been there yet. We need to get that. Deal
He's
done.
been there. He's
Yeah,
not
I
a
mean,
team, but
not
yeah.
a team.
Yeah, I had to clarify, not for your sake, but because everybody's been hammering on him. Oh, he's not practicing. He's holding out. But it's like, that's not really true. The guy's there. He's there, which nobody else does. So,
Yeah.
but anyways, yeah. So welcome, Schobert. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that's late news at this point. Everything's happened so fast
And I still think that we may add one or two veterans this year.
with the
is-
changes we're making.
Well, this year is unique because as Kevin Colbert, if people listen,
Yeah.
back 2 months ago, and I even said it, don't be down on Kevin Colbert. This year is unique because all these teams, the cap is lower. There's a lot of teams that are lower at the cap. So they're going to cut some veterans.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's going to be more guys
Oh yeah.
available than there normally is.
There's already. I mean, we were going to go through it, later in this episode. There's already a ton of people that are, standout talent that are
We
still
don't
available.
need a Joe Schobert. No, we just need a.
We need-
we may need a decent. I'd like to add a veteran corner or safety, backup safety, just for some depth,
I think we're going to.
and maybe even an offensive lineman, just in case.
Yeah. So
And
I mean,
offensive line's been playing well.
We've got the that's another topic we were going to talk about, but we've got it, the cap situation. We restructured to it, and we've now restructured Schobert's new contract. We've now got 23 million in cap space now
Yeah, so really about $7 million of that they usually keep
for the season,
so
right?
$13 million, you can do a lot.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
And I've heard other people, they can't sign anybody. They can sign if they want to. They can sign
Oh,
anybody
yeah.
if they want to.
Well, and really, I mean, people think they see these big numbers and they think that that's going to be our cap hit for the year. But a lot of times we'll bring someone in, it'll be a $5 or $6 million contract, and you look at the actual hit to this year, it's $2-3 million.
Right.
And I mean, if we've got $20 million to play with, we can get some good people in here
I'd be
still.
surprised if they had to pay that much for somebody that's still out there at this point.
Right? Yeah. I mean, you're going to get a lot of people for that minimum here soon.
And I also think T.J. Watt's new deal, is not going to raise his cap this year very much.
It's going to be very difficult if it would. It would be they would have to give him a very big signing bonus for that to impact.
But
So much of a signing bonus, it would be almost one of the highest
It'll
in
really
history.
depend on if they go with the guaranteed money, which they normally don't do, but I think
Right.
they might for him.
I do too.
And he deserves it.
I'm a little nervous with him hitting 30 million if that's the case. I'd like to keep him at 26, 27, but man, what if in 3 years he's just his knees are worn out or something?
He's never even been hurt, though.
I know, but that scares me to throw 30 million behind anybody but a franchise quarterback.
I would rather him not give the guaranteed money and just pay him more up front.
Yeah, I'm cool with that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
So
I'm excited about Schobert. He's a difference maker.
yeah.
And as we
Oh
said
yeah.
before, we have guys now that are difference makers. They make plays when it counts in a game when they're needed. Somebody saying something or something?
Nobody's saying anything. We've had some people coming and going. But nobody's saying anything.
Maybe we're bad.
Feel free to chat. Yeah, we're doing live streams on purpose. We'll do some recorded videos here as the season goes on too. We're gonna do both, but we'll go back and forth between both. But yeah. So what else we want to talk about? Injuries.
Yeah, the Claypool injury was scary, but he's fine.
He's
He
fine.
didn't even play Saturday.
Yeah, I saw he was
We
going
said
back and
7
forth.
to 11,
Always open, baby.
We need
Yeah.
that to happen.
Yeah, those, as long as he starts out the year well enough, hell, those shirts will be back for sale.
Yeah, he's back this year.
Now, I mean, if something goes, really wrong, and I don't know, those may not be back. That was a limited edition, a Mike Mooney limited edition shirt, signature edition.
I think he'll be fine. Now, I did a little exercise myself. Man,
What?
a little exercise I did. You want me to do it later?
What's that?
Team-
What are you talking about?
people that come
Exercising?
and gone compared to last year.
Oh, I thought you were talking about his injury and then exercising. I'm like, what are you
Matter
fucking
of fact,
talking about?
Everybody's back this week. Benny Snell's back. Balaj is back.
We got to talk about that too, the running back
Yeah, we
situation.
do. We
Yeah.
do.
Do your exercise, yeah.
This is something I did myself. You know, I did a little thing. Basically, a team comparison 2020, 2021. We lost Pouncey.
Yep.
And we got Kendrick Green to take his place. And I kept scores. I figured that's a -1 because Green's a rookie. Pouncey was at the end of his career, but, you know.
Pouncey was an all-star, but he was starting to He was starting to curve.
But right now, I'd say that's a -1. That's a little
That's
bit
a hit.
of decline.
Yep.
DeCastro Turner, I'm going to also say -1. But that was DeCastro healthy. DeCastro hurt. It's probably.
And that's assuming Turner's healthy too. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
He's not, right, but he's not going. You know, if he gets injured like 2019 or 2020, whatever it is.
Well in space.
He's a bigger guy than DeCastro. Yeah, more heavy set.
Better run blocker.
Probably harder to get him out of the way.
There's a -1. I figure Villanova and Chooks are even because Villanova was a better pass blocker but terrible run blocker. Chooks is a good run.
Villanova is a college.
So that's
It's not.
Filer to Dotson.
Just giving you shit.
That's a +1. Dotson's better than Filer.
Filer was better. Would have been better at right tackle last year. That was a big fuck up.
But
Yeah, that's definitely a +1. Yeah, he's moving people. He was grinding the other
So then
day.
you go to running back. Connor to Harris. That's a +1.
That's
could be actually
+2,
more,
man.
But he's a rookie. I'm going to say +1. I'm going in.
He could hit that rookie wall. Yeah.
McDonald to Freiermuth. I think that's a +1. McDonald was a shell of himself, man, last year.
It's sad, but yeah, I would agree.
So
Now, hang on. Can Freiermuth block like McDonald?
McDonald last year for sure, and he can catch anything.
McDonald still blocked pretty well last year. He just wasn't in space at
He
all.
didn't play a lot though.
That's true too.
I think Freiermuth.
We did a lot of
+1,
1T
but I've
sets.
seen.
Yeah, that's good.
And he catches everything. So for the offense, we've improved actually 3-2. So it's this crazy exercise.
Well, I mean, that just goes to show, though, like the same thing that all the experts talk about. Oh, their O-line last year was terrible. And then 2 minutes later, they're like, oh, their O-line this year, they better improve. They're going to be so bad. But it's like, well, we can only go up. We got rid of the guys.
32nd rushing.
Yeah. We were 5th in passing, and that's without including the timing.
By the end of the year, I think they're going to
Synergies by 6 weeks. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So on defense, Dupree, losing Dupree, and now we have Highsmith and Ingram.
It's probably even.
I think it's a +2.
+2, really?
I think Highsmith's better. I think those three are better. Highsmith and Ingram is better than what we had last year with Highsmith
And Dupree. Here's the thing. I would agree that Highsmith has improved significantly. He's stronger and bigger. It's hard to say that Ingram was as good as Dupree. But if what I'm hearing coming out of training camp is 2, I would agree with you. That's a
But as a
+2.
third, so Highsmith
Right. Becomes the first. But he's not as good
it
as...
could be a +1, but I'll say +2.
Say +2, yeah. It's your exercise.
Vince Williams to Schobert is a +1. That could even be a +2, but we'll say +1.
Yeah. Sad to see Vince Williams go. Thank you for your service,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you for
But
your service. But I like Schobert better already.
savage, man. Jeez.
Nelson to Sutton is a -1.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that.
Yeah, but fuck Nelson.
And,
Man, I got to get rid of these fucking jerseys.
actually,
Speaking
I
of
think-
Switzer and Nelson jerseys sitting over here.
Sorry, Switzer.
Both of them, man.
Maybe he can come on the podcast because he's not going to be doing anything else. He's going to get cut by the Browns, too.
He just did, didn't he? Or he got placed on IR. Anyways, go on.
Hilton to Brooks Jr. or whoever is a -1 also.
That could be a -2.
Well, I think what's going to happen is Pierre's going to take the spot of Nelson and Sutton's going to kick inside.
Sutton's not great outside, yeah. But neither, you know what, man? Watching the preseason game so far, neither is Pierre. He's not. I mean, he's a big camp name right now, but it's just not standing out.
That's why I think they're going to pick somebody else up.
They're gonna have to, yeah. There's a couple people available for corner. Anyways, go on.
Yeah, and then special teams I think is a +1 with the new punter, but he may not make the team. It could be even, but so the defense actually improved 3-2. It's better.
I think special teams, Watt will do better. Derek Watt,
true.
and I think
And I was thinking
Miles Killebrew. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, and Spillane back on special teams.
Yeah.
He's a monster.
Dude's a fucking
Yeah,
beast.
it's a +1.
And you know what? People hammer on Cassius Marsh, but I will say his special teams play when he joined the team, I actually liked it quite a bit. That dude spearheaded people on kickoff team. I like
He's gonna
that.
be a monster this year.
He will not. I hope he's not rotational on the outside backers, but I hope he kicks ass in special
If we're
teams,
winning
man.
the game 25-4-0, he'll go in.
Yeah.
So actually, this is you guys are probably getting bored with this, but the
No.
team is actually 7-4 better than they were last year.
And that includes both offense and defense, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And special teams.
And we were 12-14.
Right, and I did say that, but I said the schedule's tougher. For
Yeah.
me, that equals 11 wins. So I'm hoping I'm right.
11-6. Now here's the question is 11-6. So are they still gonna? They're having the expanded playoffs, though, right? 7 teams now is the new rule moving forward.
I
Yeah.
believe so.
Yeah. So Because in our division, is 11 wins going to be enough? Our division's tough, man.
I think the winner may even have less than 11 wins.
In our division?
Yeah,
it's going to be tough. Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be tough as you think, but we'll see.
I don't think our interdivisional play is going to be as tough as people think, but I think our schedule, don't we play in Lambeau,
Does everybody
like that
else.
stuff.
Yeah, I think our division plays a tough schedule.
Yeah. So it's
10 wins to probably win that division. And we'll
That's cool,
probably
man.
end up splitting with the Clowns and splitting with Ravens. We typically do with the Ravens. And the Bengals, I don't think we'll split.
Well, you got to earn that respect. Okay, the Ravens have 16 playoff wins since 2000. We have 15.
Right.
Everybody else is in the shitter except for the Patriots. They have
We've
one.
had to hear about it for the last year.
So that you got to earn that respect. You got to fucking earn. And one isn't going to do shit. Anyways, all right. So you want to move
that's
to?
my exercise. I think the team overall is going to be better because of the difference makers. Now, we may struggle against the pass a little bit more, but people forget we got. People forget.
The front pressure we have is we have the best D line in the league.
Schobert.
Yeah.
Highsmith looks great.
Yeah.
And then you got Minka. Joe Hayden's not a slouch. He's going to be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's really only one area you can really completely throw to on our defense with confidence, and that's just whatever that weak side's going to be.
Right.
If Edmonds and
team, though?
right, yeah, nobody's perfect. Nobody's
I've
perfect,
been looking
man.
through every roster, and I'm thinking, why are these guys hyped so much
Well,
more than us? They have no depth. They have nothing. Their
No.
every position's not.
I laughed my ass off today. I
85
saw.
players anymore. You can't afford
no.
that because you got to pay a quarterback so
Right.
much, or this guy that much.
Yeah, I laughed my ass off today. I saw, everyone talks about some of these, DB groups and everything, and people say Miami Dolphins, right? They've got those two corners that are fantastic. What's his name and what's his name? I can't fucking remember his Xavier and the other guy. They're paying them $82 million or whatever, and I watched him in practice. He just gave up and got his ass beat by Calvin Ridley. And it's like, man, that team's gonna suck again. You know why? Because it's not a winning organization with standards. It doesn't matter how good they are.
Next, they'll have another fire sale.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And we're just gonna come shopping for cheaper, and then we're gonna win. And it's a cycle. It's a cycle.
With Jacksonville, they got a new general manager, new coach.
I like Vrabel though. That's the one thing that he's the one factor I think is a little dangerous.
Vrabel's not on Jacksonville.
I thought you said Tennessee.
No, I like Tennessee.
No, fuck Jacksonville. For some reason, I thought you said Tennessee.
Oh, Jacksonville.
No, Urban Meyer. Come get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
he's not going to make it, man. Sorry.
No, not at this rate.
And I did see they traded for Michael Thomas. That was a fake story.
Was it? It's hard to keep up, man. I heard that
There's so much fake news.
Sean Payton and Michael Thomas, resolved all their issues. So that's what they were saying on Pat McAfee's show.
It's just like it's the same thing with the Aaron Rodgers drama. This drama.
Yeah, and now they're picking up whoever Aaron wants, so it's resolved. But I want to move to one piece though. I want to talk a little bit about the running back situation.
Okay.
So we've got a hell of a lot of running backs on the team right now.
Yeah, I think we do.
And how many are we going to end with?
You
4,
were so
right?
About the offseason, Balazs. You said he was going to be great.
I said he was going to be great, and that was
a steal. Another Miami.
That becomes the question. Yeah, Miami let him go, and the Chargers let him go. That's why these organizations. Anyways, the question becomes. I think it's solidified now, at least with what we're seeing. I mean, Snell's been injured, but is Anthony McFarland the number 2 back?
I think he is.
Which that pains me to say a little bit. He just got to slow the game down a little bit.
He did look good last week.
Better. I don't want to say good. Better.
He's got his hair. It's slowing him down. I don't know why, but I always feel like it slows him down.
I think his legs move faster than the rest of his body.
Yeah,
He's trying to play catch up with
seems
himself.
yeah.
It's like watching them on Scooby-Doo or whatever when they're doing that wheels thing. Anyways, but who becomes the odd man out? Is it Snell or Samuels? Or neither? I mean, Balazs is staying.
Pretty kind of good.
Yeah, but then you'd say they're not going to get rid of Snell. He was pretty much in starting rotation the last 2 years.
Samuels is good at pass pro too.
He is good at pass pro, but he hasn't had a good game since the New England game 3 years ago.
He can't carry it. He can't. I think Samuels gets cut. I don't think they cut Benny.
Practice squad?
Someone else
Cut.
sign him.
Yeah. But, I mean,
Or
it's...
we can trade him for a 6th round.
I don't think we're not getting a 6th-round pick for Jalen Samuels. Maybe a 7
What about
at
Snell?
stretch. I think you'd get a pick for Snell. I do. But I think it would be a very
more
late pick.
upside with Snell.
He's younger. He's
I don't want to get rid of Snell.
bigger. He's a bowl
If Harris
back.
got hurt, Snell could do it. But Balazs could too.
Well, that's what I feel like they're
both
not.
the same.
That's what's difficult to tell is
Yeah,
I want
both short
Balazs in there
yardage,
because he's
yeah.
fast and short yardage. The only one I don't want in there is McFarland, really. But he's not playing bad either. They're all playing well.
Samuels isn't great on space. Is he good on special teams? Not. He's average.
He's average. I think he's on kickoff.
That's what the guy is going to be, that the running backs that are 2 starters are going to be on special teams. So.
Yeah. Well, we can't keep 5. We have
It's
another.
not going to be Edmonds, I know that.
He's out.
Did he already get caught?
No, not yet, but he's out. Yeah, he's out, and
Keep on the practice.
the other guy's out. What's his name that we drafted 2 years ago? What's Brooks James or whatever?
Yeah.
He's
We
done.
didn't draft him. He was on our team.
Was he?
It's Eddie, the fast guy, the Guerrero guy. Is fast. Holy shit.
Yeah. We have the same situation with wide receiver. Cody White's been injured and is coming back, and we kept him. Rico Bussey's been playing well.
But they're not starters.
No. But that's competition for our 6th string receiver. We've got so much
We won't
depth
keep
there.
6, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, then we get rid of both of them.
I think they'll be on our practice.
Because then there's Ray.
I'll sign them.
Ray's 5.
Yeah.
I mean, so we're already.
I am more confident that they would make it to the practice squad than the running backs.
See, I agree with you, but here's the thing: if we kept Cody White through injury, he was injured. He's coming back now. And we kept him. Wouldn't you just get rid of him and have another guy? That seems like they want to keep him. Yeah, but that would mean we either have 6 or Ray is gone.
I would love to have 6, but
There's just not room.
right.
Yeah,
They need to expand the NFL rosters.
53 is tough.
I think it should be 60. Of course, then you got to pay those guys. but-
I think it should be 60 for the Steelers. And it should be 53 for everybody else.
And
It should add by 1 for how many Super Bowls you won.
The other NFL change, the schedule should be.
Yes, whoever goes furthest in the division, not who wins the
Browns have a harder
division.
schedule, not
Yes.
us.
Yeah,
They
it's
went
not
first.
fair. If you win the division and you lose right away, you're not the best team in your
If you
division.
win the Super Bowl, you're a wild card. You should have the tougher schedule.
Exactly.
That's stupid,
Yep.
man.
Yeah, then they get another better
Now
chance
the draft
again.
works that way.
Right. So why not just make
I
the
don't
schedule
understand
work that way? Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. You're better off not winning a division if you know you're going to make the playoffs. Just lose that game for next year's schedule. Of course, like we always say, the schedule may look tough, but 3 or 4 weeks in, the team you thought was going to be so good.
Yeah. I mean, nobody said our schedule last year was going to be easy. Not before the season, but everyone was saying it during.
If they wouldn't have changed our schedule, I honestly believe we would have had 13 wins. We probably would have been in the AFC Championship.
Yeah. We would have had a bye.
Yeah.
Potentially, yeah,
Man.
yeah.
The NFL screwed us every chance they could. And they're doing it again. They did it with training camp, but we just move on.
Well, I think that Rooney's got to have a set of balls and give it back a little bit because they roll
I
over.
love you, man, but you need to get some.
It's good. I mean, they're a good family, but they roll over and it's to the NFL. Okay, whatever you want, we'll be your leading example. Yeah, we'll have a game on a Wednesday, a week after we're supposed to have it.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know where we're going to end up. I don't know what's going to happen with receivers or running backs, but do you want to talk free agents? Do you want to talk any other specifics? There's a couple free agents out there standing out to
tell
me.
me who's out there.
We've got Schwartz. He was cut by Kansas City in March. Tackle. Nobody's made that move, which to me either means he wants too much money or he's injured, and he's still nursing that
I haven't
injury.
heard that he's even visited anybody yet, so I'm not
He's
sure.
still listed as an active free agent. I checked today. So
I
he's
like the guy. He'd be a nice guy to have.
yeah. I could see him wanting too much money.
And
Is my thought, or he's still
he
nursing
pay
that.
A lot.
Yeah.
3 or 4 million
At the most, yeah. My thought there is though, are we seeing our final O line because Ben's starting on Saturday?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I said I didn't think he was going to. I figured he was going to do it for the last one.
Why am I so nervous about that?
I don't know. I'm not nervous at all about that. I feel like this year he's like way more
In shape.
athletic, aggressive. He's
Here's the
practicing
thing.
more.
Ben doesn't need to throw the ball 40 times a game. And
Not especially now that we've got a running game. We win when we run the ball. If we have 100+ yards, what is it? Ben has like 6 losses or something all together. If we run for more than 100 yards,
Najee Harris is going to be a beast,
yeah,
dude.
yeah, just run the ball and we win almost
It's
every
crazy.
time. Yeah.
Why didn't we think of this last year?
Yeah, well, we said that last year. You know what happened? We first 6 weeks, if you go back and look at our running game, we talked about it. We ran the ball. Even Connor, and he's not even a great running back. He had 100+ yards per game. And then it's like Randy Fiegner got this in his head that he has to do these trick things or this creativity, which is fine. But
Infighting with him in
yeah,
Canada. I
yeah,
really do.
yeah. So, who else? Okung is out there, but he said he's been pretty vocal. He doesn't want to play for the Steelers. Which,
yeah, until we sign him.
yeah, and everybody that comes to Pittsburgh says this is the greatest organization I've ever played for. Balaj said that today.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, of course. Rick Wagner, I'm not very talked about. He's a tackle out of Green Bay. He's still out there.
Really?
Yeah, not very talked about.
Decent.
Yeah, statistically looks fine. He's could good size. 305, I think I saw it was. He's 31 years old.
There's going to be guys that get let go that are decent players that people don't want to pay.
Right.
That's
They
know this. They know who probably going to get let go or in the bubble.
Yeah.
What would we sign? A guard or a tackle?
Tackle.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. I think at this point, it's pretty definitive that Finney's our backup guard.
The other podcasts think Finney's getting cut. I don't think there's any way.
Finney's not getting fucking cut. He's like the only guy that's versatile between center and guard. Hassenauer is going to be there. We're going to cut Coward if we get a guard.
Yeah, he'll go to practice squad.
Yeah.
He's a coward anyway.
Yeah. He filled in fine while Dotson was good. Yeah, it's
he was okay.
He was yeah.
He's actually got a lot of upside.
He's a big ass motherfucker, man. I wouldn't mess with him. And then for a cornerback, I saw, at least in my opinion, the highest rated person out there was Quentin Dunbar, which is a decent player. He's still out there. He played for Seattle and 28 or 29. He's not that old. Maybe he was. I can't remember. I was looking at all of them. Most of them are around 30.
Now, would you want a slot corner or would you want an outside?
Was he a slot corner or was he an outside? I can't remember. Yeah, that's what I thought. He played for Seattle and the Lions. I would an outside corner. Cam Sutton's better in the slot.
A backup safety instead. But Kilder could play backup safety.
You know that he's listed in the NFL as a right outside linebacker?
Here's the thing. I don't think the one kid's ready, though. The rookie. Safety we drafted.
Norman or whatever?
Yeah.
Is that his name? 7th round? Yeah. Trey Norman?
Norwood.
Norwood. Man, it's hard. These names
he
are
looks
sure.
good, but I don't think he's ready to be if he had to start.
No, and he needs to put on size.
Yeah.
Big time.
So he'll be a practice squad guy. We need another veteran.
Which is good. He can practice. I don't want Dangerfield, man. He's always our pickup. He's always our pickup.
No respect.
I was gonna say, for safety, Kenny Vaccaro's out there. He is only 30. He was from Tennessee. That's decent depth.
Yeah,
he could want too much money. Why not? Kenny Vaccaro?
I don't know if
Put that motherfucker in there. Yeah, why not, dude?
And then what about Boston? He's probably out there too, right? Trey Boston.
I didn't see him out there. He could be, yeah. He could be. Hey, Colin Kaepernick's still out there.
Oh, yeah, he could play safety.
I know we're obviously not... I don't know we're obviously not picking up a running back, but I thought it was funny. Todd Gurley's out there. He's only 27.
Yeah, that's
the money situation. And he got paid a ton. He was decent for 6 months after that and done.
I hope that happens to Nick Chubb.
Yeah, it's hard to say that when you...
Man. It's hard because you see how many people are watching or not watching. You get a complex. It's like,
well, don't watch it. Yeah, I just look at the chat to see if anyone's chatting. You guys are welcome to chat with us, or you can email us at steelstudiopodcast@gmail.com.
You can see the email if it comes in now.
Maybe.
So.
You want to read it?
Oh, yeah, we're ready to do that. We're not going to do are we going to do roster prediction, or you want to wait till after this game?
Oh, yeah, after this game. The final 53, is that what you're saying?
Right.
Yeah, it's too early for that.
When I did my final 53 last week, I actually had Schobert on it before the trade.
No, you did not. Get out of here. Oh, yeah, Mr. Nostradamus. We predict a lot of stuff, but that would be insane. We'd be going to Vegas.
So I got an email from Miss Nick Johnson, Wilmot, North Carolina. He says, hey,
North Carolina, man. That's cool.
Yeah. We're Steeler fans everywhere, dude.
Yeah.
When I was at camp, there were license plates from everywhere.
That's awesome.
He says, hey, guys, great show. How big of an acquisition is Joe Schobert? How do you think he compares to James Ferrier?
Well, thank you for saying it's a good show, first off. We appreciate it. We appreciate your support and emailing us and everything.
It's hard this time of year to just talk about, sit here and talk.
There's not as much going on as people think. You really got to drum up some news,
I actually looked up some stats since he said that. I looked up Ferrier's stats because other podcasts say, oh, how could you even say that? He's James Ferrier. Well, of course he's not James Ferrier his whole career. Right. He's only a couple years in it. Yeah, he's been in the league for what, 5 years? Ferrier had 1,400 tackles, 35 quarterback sacks, 11 interceptions, and 18 forced fumbles. Well, Schobert in 5 seasons has half of that, 549 tackles, 11 sacks. But doesn't he have 9 interceptions? 9 forced fumbles. 9 forced fumbles, okay. That's half of Ferrier. Yeah. 3 fumble recoveries. I don't have his fumble recoveries. 9 interceptions for 11. In 14 years, 5. Yeah, he's catching up. Schobert has 24 pass deflection. And 1 defensive touchdown. Mind you, this is while he played on a shitty defense. And I love Ferrier. He was one of the players. Different time. He couldn't cover anybody, though. He was just physical. Because that's the way it was back then. Yeah. Linebackers didn't cover like they do now. Schobert can do both.
But look who Schobert played for.
Right.
He played for two terrible organizations with no defense. I mean, now he's going to be able to have some flexibility and move across the field. He's got stronger safeties that can come down now. You know,
He's already said, I can't believe how organized this organization is.
The first things out of his mouth, what did he say? It was his first words out of his mouth was, "It was a pleasant surprise," and it's like that's now you know, man. But I did hear him and his wife were like literally looking for a house that day.
Oh yeah.
And she was like live streaming or something as he told her, and she's just like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, that's stressful, but in the long run, they're gonna love it.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna love it.
Yeah,
and he's gonna be a Steeler, and he's gonna love it.
Hopefully for a long time.
I hope so. I hope so.
He seems like a Steeler. He's got a good attitude, and he's willing to come in and wear the green dot.
Other places are trying to cause drama with Bush. Oh, is Bush? There's no drama with Bush. We just upgraded. It's fine to have two good.
I was going to talk about that too. People are throwing
drama now.
No. I'm talking about these podcasts. They're trying to throw shade at Spillane to create this drama. Spillane shook his hand, welcomed him, and has been helping him out immediately. And but they're misquoting Butler. They're saying that Butler said, "Well, we want two inside linebackers who know what the crap they're doing," as if Spillane didn't. But that's not what he said. They took it way out of context and all this shit. And I don't have the full quote up in front of me. I just have that. But I'm just saying that's not what he said.
Spillane didn't know what he was doing. Spillane's a very smart kid.
Oh yeah.
He would have been fine there. I just think Schobert came available and we upgraded even more.
You know what I think happened actually is I think Spillane knew he was smaller last year. And he's bigger this year. You can see it. He's physically bigger. I think he worked on size. And, you know, size comes at the cost of speed. And that's okay. So in coverage, he wasn't as good. But that's okay. He wasn't that great in coverage last year either.
Right.
But for a third string inside linebacker, that's solid, man. He can hit.
He actually played very well last year for where he came from. We didn't think he was going to make the team.
I mean, we were talking shit about him in preseason. He hurt his finger. I call him a pussy. No, I was very wrong. No, that dude could kick my ass.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
He's a stand-up guy. We're going to be fine. Those two in coverage now changes our whole defense. And one thing you need to remember the Browns game in the playoffs? We had no signal callers, man.
That's true.
Spillane just came back.
Yeah.
It was bad. And our defense is predicated on guys being lined up at the right spot. And the Browns came out and did some things different. We couldn't stop it with the
we could not.
Spread and all that. They did. Couldn't stop it. So it's going to change our whole defense having somebody that knows what they're doing and can call the plays and make plays.
Sorry, I just saw my sound was a little messed up. The one thing I wanted to talk about that I've also, not to jump ship or whatever, but I saw it on the banner at the bottom and I forgot to even bring it up when we talk about O-line. Do you think that Moore should be starting over Chooks, or do you think that's like a see what it looks like in a month kind of thing?
See what it looks like first.
Yeah. Do you think Chooks could be a lot better in left tackle than he was in right?
Yeah.
I agree with that too.
I think he'll be a better left tackle.
Yeah. So Moore, my thought is I like Banner's personality, but I feel like Banner's just not.
Actually, he looked really good this week. He can move. He looks better. He
Interesting.
looks really good, yeah.
Interesting. Then it becomes a little bit more of a battle than I realized.
We need the depth anyway. Moore might be our swing. Maybe Joe Haig doesn't make the team. I like Joe Haig.
That would be difficult too to say.
He's awful young to be. Joe Haig actually made some key blocks in the Super Bowl for the Buccaneers.
Yeah. Didn't he go out on a pass play and drop it?
Yeah. But he actually, he played that end tackle, which we don't need much, but when we do, he can do it.
I don't really like doing that anyways, because they know what's happening. I mean, they knows it. Everybody knows it's you're running right behind the three big ass motherfuckers on the left side.
Yeah.
It's
Harris who's gonna stop it.
This year, yeah. I saw he already started hurdling people, though. That makes me a little nervous in preseason.
I think Ebron's gonna have a huge year. These receivers are gonna be out of this world, dude. Out of this world.
Mm-hmm.
If Ben has any time at all, look out. So that's the only thing I worry about. See, like we talked about before, the O-line and the corners. That's all I worry about.
Yeah.
But we're going to find out. Was Nelson really that good? We're going to see on the Eagles.
And I think he was. Not that good, but pretty good. 2 years ago, when he only had one completion against him in an entire year, that was good. But last year, he wasn't as good as people say.
Good.
Right. And, he got his ass whooped in that Browns playoff game.
He did. What about
He got beat a lot. Yeah, Hilton didn't dominate anywhere. And, he was injured for a good portion of the year last year, a third of the year.
Yeah, I think he's on the downswing.
Yeah,
see.
you know
See how
they
it goes.
deserve to get their money. I think Nelson
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
Nelson lost money, so
Yeah.
that was fucking stupid.
Yeah,
But
he should have just done whatever he wanted. I think they wanted to do some extension, portable years or something. He said no way.
which is funny because everybody else is doing it now. Look how much cap room we have. He would have been
Right.
fine.
I don't know what really happened there.
I don't
I'm
think we just
excited,
got
'cause
rid
you
of
can
him.
tell I'm so excited. We're all excited.
Yeah, we got coffee to get through
I'll
this
tell you, I'm
shit.
just excited about this defense, man. We're looking forward to Saturday too. So
Yeah.
let's see what happens, man. You got anything else? Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I had the list. I don't know. It's been a pretty productive stream.
I
Yeah.
think there's some surprises this year. You know, I think the rookies are looking better than we thought they would. And, you know, we have, like I said, Minka has barely played. Hopefully, while we get Watts signed here and to it, we need him to practice. I know he's going through something, but man,
It's
time to go to
because his
work.
brother died, right?
I don't know what's going on. If that's what it is, or he's injured. But
Yeah, I've heard it's
my
because
dad
his brother
passed away,
died.
and it killed me, but I'm not judging.
You had to go back to work though.
I had to go back to work, man.
It's hard. It's hard, man. It's hard, but
But
the world
he did
keeps
sign
rolling.
him to an extension, so I think they're counting on him playing.
he's got every intention to be
Maybe
there. I'm
it's
sure.
his
Yeah.
family. We Steelers are a family. Take your time.
It's hard to be mad at him when
Right.
when
He may
Watt's
get
not
hurt
there
if
either.
his
You know.
mind wasn't in it.
Right? Yeah. Be there. He's got time. The guy is an all-star. He's
Yeah, he had almost as many sacks.
as Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
He got no credit.
No credit.
No credit.
People don't realize.
Our entire
People don't
D-line.
realize this year.
Our entire D line gets so disrespected. Our whole front, well, we do 3-4, but our whole front 5, the way we lay it out, it gets so disrespected,
Oh,
man.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna find
it's
out. We're gonna find out
ridiculous.
who's better, Clowney and Garrett or Watt and Highsmith?
I really should have downloaded that Clowney clip and put it on this stream so people could see him falling over in
We want him
practice.
to see it. He might get mad.
I'm sure he's seen it. That was all over the internet. Yeah, Clowney just gets smacked by a dummy.
Until he's not a clown, I'm gonna say he's a damn clown.
Well, you know what, man? You know, they talk a lot of shit, but we beat their asses last year in week 6.
Yeah,
Was it 35-7 or something?
38.
38. Yeah, and you know what? We're going to do it again. I think we're going to. We beat ourselves in that playoff game. 5 turnovers, we beat
I can't
ourselves.
wait, man. I don't think I'll sleep if we beat them that night. Of course, they beat
Hell
us
no.
already.
Hell no, man. You know what?
I keep hearing about from Browns fans is we got 2 in a row on you. Well, the one we didn't play ourselves.
Okay, Mason Rudolph played that game, man. Let's take a step back.
Starters knocked your ass out and changed this whole narrative. But
Yeah, I would have rather lost to the
nothing
Ravens.
matters. None of this talk and
playoffs.
treat, none of it matters. And if we weren't going to get, if we wouldn't have made any moves, let's say we wouldn't have drafted Harris. Let's say we didn't sign Ingram. Let's say we didn't sign Alu back.
Yeah.
Let's
You
say
know
we
what?
didn't
then I
Juju
get it.
back. Let's
Yeah.
say we didn't get Joe Schobert. Then
You know-
we probably have 6 wins, man.
And you know what? For the record, that's what every podcast was saying was going to happen. We weren't going to have anybody. We were going to be
I
destroyed.
knew Kevin Colbert.
And look at what we did. Magic,
We're
man.
not done.
No. 20 million.
Oh, we may sign Richard Sherman. I don't know. You never know.
You know what? He's 35, isn't he? I mean,
He can
he's a smart dude, but
I mean, it'd be harder for him in Pittsburgh to break in houses and stuff. There's a lot of hills.
he was in San Francisco. They got plenty of hills.
Oh, that's true.
But I think the houses in San Francisco are probably worth more breaking into, too. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Dude, don't go to your in-laws' house or break in and threaten them when you're drunk.
I'd like to do that to my in-laws.
Oh, they're probably watching this.
I don't give a shit if they are.
Say, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
man, that's about all we got this week.
Yeah.
No one chimed in, so.
Yeah, we got a couple viewers, but yeah, feel free to chat with us.
Give
Or
it a chance.
yeah.
Hey,
Well-
hey, subscribe. to the
Yes,
channel,
I got to
please.
see if this is going to work. It's only our second live stream ever. Second live
May
stream?
not work. We have to do this again.
No, I was making sure the subscribe thing showed.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
please
got the
subscribe.
cool neon
And
subscribe thing.
Also, we got a lot of people joining the Facebook page.
41, dude, you've gotten like 100,000 views on some of that stuff. That's awesome. And we got
Yeah, we need to get them on
50,000 on the
Maybe
Haskins
start doing
video.
Shows on there. I don't know. It's hard to get people to go from Facebook to YouTube. But are you gonna put this?
No,
on-
we
are
appreciate
putting
people who
this
do.
on Spotify yet?
This will be on, the last one wasn't.
Right.
This one will be on there.
Okay.
Yep. It'll be on there tomorrow morning.
Okay. All right, guys.
All right.
Email us. Let us
Yep.
know. Go Steelers. And hopefully nobody gets hurt Saturday. And we can
Stop talking about that.
fly down in.
We'll talk to you guys next week.
Yep.